We have a quorum. It is 5:31, and we're now opening the meeting. I'm going to ask the secretary to call the roll so we can check today's attendance.
Okay, May Carter. Cynthia Brunson. Mary Nelson.
Did you want me or not?
Mary Nelson is here.
Yep.
Here. Here.
She was here. Ruth Cutts. Here. Peter McCarthy's here. Lori Nelson. Nope. Dana Natalie's here. Clifford Ryan. Not here. Dan.
Here.
And
I'm here.
Renee's Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, so Dana Hatisha is here, just so you know.
Okay.
And May Carter is here as well.
Oh, hi, May.
Hi.
Okay, so in order to have people be able to speak, can everybody see the chat on the side? Because you could type in your name if you want to be recognized, because I can only see a few faces on my screen if you want to raise your hand. My suggestion is people type their name in the chat if they want to be recognized to speak. Yeah. You see that chat space?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
Are you on your phones or iPads or what?
I'm on my desktop.
I'm on my phone.
It's the little one that looks like the fuzzy little bubble, Dan.
There's nothing.
It looks like a open, it almost looks like a little cloud.
This?
Like a little cloud.
I have no visual.
Okay.
Well, all right. I guess I just won't say much.
Okay, I can't see my chat space now.
We have another caller to join. Please announce yourself.
Hi, this is Cynthia.
Okay. Cynthia's present.
I'm putting in the password for yet the third time.
I can see you, Lori.
I can't see any of you.
Yeah, we can see and hear you.
Why can't I see you guys?
You know, I can do Zoom now.
What's the password?
What was that?
What is the password?
1 moment. I have to pull it up.
Can't you just send it to her?
Yeah.
Is it possible you'll be in the meeting but not see anything if you don't have the password?
No, I have the
It does not
password.
show me the password.
It never asked for it.
In the chat function, you can't see it. You can see it. Can you see it over there where Roberto just typed it in? I'll send it to you, Cynthia, by email. I'm sending it to you now.
Lori, can you see now?
I can see right now. Peter,
Lori?
I can see you now, Peter.
Okay. All right. I am going to, since we're getting that background noise, I'm going to start to mute.
Lori, it looks like you're connected twice. I've got a picture of you plus a box and Lori Nelson.
right. I think we should be good. I think, oh, that echo is still there. Dan, can you mute
It
yourself?
is.
Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna mute all, and then I'm gonna unmute Peter. There you go. Go ahead, Peter.
Okay, I think first thing on the agenda, I'm sorry, I don't have my agenda in front of me yet. I gotta find it. I think we have to review the minutes from the last 2 months. So the March minutes are open for discussion. Could I have a motion to approve the March minutes?
Lori?
I made, I think I'm, this is being wacky today. Renee, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
Do we have a second?
Renee, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you.
Because I made a motion to approve the first. I mean, no one said anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have Lori and we have Mary Nelson who have made motions to approve the March and the April meeting minutes.
Okay, any discussion, questions, concerns, or corrections about the March and April meeting minutes? Okay. If I can see you, raise your hand if you're in favor of approving them. If you're opposed, please say no. Okay, I'm gonna no. The minutes were unanimously approved. Okay, we've already talked about recognizing people today. I have nothing else on a chairperson's report, except to mention that we have our confidentiality agreement. We spoke recently with the Corporation Council, and she's revising it based on some of our concerns. So we'll be bringing that to the board for review and approval. Okay, administrators report. Renette, you're up.
All right, everyone. Thank you for coming to the meeting today. I know we're all continuing to work with this technology with our Cisco WebEx, so I appreciate all of your participation throughout this process. In terms of activity for the month of April, we received 3 new cases this month, and we will be reviewing 8 cases in executive session. On the agenda is the information with regard to Lamar advertising for interior bus signs. We talked about those, and we would need to do those in the next budget cycle, more so than the current budget cycle. So beginning in the in July 1 budget cycle, we can purchase new interior signs to be inside the buses. Can we get a motion with regard to the interior signs opposed to the shelter signs as well? Or do you guys want to do both of them, interior and shelter signs? Lori?
I think that we'll get the most for our buck if we just do inside. So I would like to make a motion that we do the inside bus signs.
Dana?
I'll second that motion. I agree.
interior bus signs. Any discussion? I guess we have to unmute people.
Yep, doing it now.
Okay. Into that you know not motion.
The motion was made to just do interior signs. Can everybody say aye who is in favor?
Aye.
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 Hey, can I discuss?
Yes.
I can.
Yes, go ahead, Dan.
The Lamar Advertising are also the ones who do the outside advertising and the big signs
Hold
by the
on, Dan,
road.
1 second, hold on, let me just mute everybody else but you, hold on.
Making all that noise?
Yep, go ahead, Dan, yes, go ahead.
Lamar Advertising is also the one who does the outside signs that you see along the road, the huge ones. And I'm just wondering what the cost is on that. Maybe that would be, we would get to more people because not everybody rides the bus, but everybody goes by there at some point or another. So it's just a question I have if anybody has an answer for it.
So with regard to the amount of money that we spent the last time, it was $5,400, which gets us a lot more on the busing advertising than it does on a billboard. It may only get us one, but we, as a group, we can discuss that a little bit more further. If you want us to look at that, but we did look at some prices of billboards and it was way over the budget that we wanted to spend.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of the cost. That's all. I'm not I'm just learning, I guess, about this, but I guess that would be okay. I thought just that more people would see it because bus ridership has some limitations to it, whereas going down the street it seems to me, fewer limitations to it. That's the reason I brought it up.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and vote on it. I'm okay. I'll vote in favor of the buses if that's what we want to do.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me unmute you, Peter. Go ahead.
Any more discussion of, do I understand the motion correctly? It's for inside signs and not to do the shelter signs. Okay, that is the motion. Any other discussion of this motion? Okay, I'd like to all in favor, raise your hand. We have a couple
You
people.
can't do that. No. You cannot do that. Everybody is not on visual. Before you can answer that,
Okay,
you have
hold
to
on 1 second. I'm gonna talk 1 minute. 1 minute, hold on. Is this Hatisha?
This is
That's not
Cynthia.
Hatisha. Okay, 1 moment. Is this Hatisha?
What?
Hatisha, is that you?
No, it's May.
Hatisha, is this you? All right. I'm trying to figure out which one is Hatisha. I have several callers in, and I'm trying to figure out which one is Hatisha, and so far the ones that I have pulled out are not Hatisha. It doesn't show up your phone number. It just shows up caller 1 through 5 on the line, so I can't see who is caller. Hold on a second. Tisha, you can't type because you're on your phone. So someone was saying that you can't do the motion like that, is what I understood it to be. Okay, she says she's caller number 3. Hold on a second. All right, is this you, Hatisha?
Please hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
All right,
Good.
go ahead.
Yes, in favor.
Okay, were you saying something about you can't do it like that?
No.
Okay, I thought I heard someone chiming in saying you can't do it like that, you have to do something, but I thought it was you.
No, that wasn't me.
Okay. All right, let's try this again. So right now we have a motion. Okay, I see Cliff. Cliff is on the line. So right now I see that we have a motion to approve the interior signs of the bus, but no shelter signs for the bus. And we've had a discussion. Dan has provided his information. Does anybody else wish to make a comment in a discussion related to the motion for interior signs only on the Central buses? Okay. All right, I'm going to unmute everybody, I believe. All right. I changed my view somehow and I lost it. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute everybody so we can get a vote. So here goes everyone being unmuted so that we can do a vote. And just state your name and say aye and go one at a time, I guess. Here we go.
We'll do it by roll call.
Lori?
Aye.
You want the remote?
Hatisha, aye.
Hatisha?
Aye.
Dana?
Aye.
Ruth?
Aye.
Mary?
Aye.
Cliff?
Aye. Can you hear me?
I think that makes everybody. Okay, we're going back on mute. All right, the next thing on the agenda was the Good Life t-shirts for the upcoming year. They were going to design some new ones for us, but our budget was right around $300. And we are going to be doing that, I believe, in the next fiscal year as well. So therefore, we need a motion to approve that Good Life will draft us some more t-shirts for the next fiscal year. And then although the design for that will be shared with the board. So I need a motion with regard to the t-shirt designed by Good Life. Dana, I'm gonna unmute you. All right. All right, Dana, see if you can unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'll make a motion.
Okay. Thank you, Cliff. Can I get a second? Peter, was that you? Okay. All right. Any discussion? Okay, so we'll do the roll call again for a vote. Cliff,
I vote for it.
Peter, Lori,
Yes.
caller 2, I think that's Ruth.
Aye.
Dana,
Yes. Aye.
okay. Mary,
Aye.
Dan,
Aye.
Cynthia, is that May?
Aye. May.
Okay. Hatisha,
Aye.
thank you. All right, I believe that is everybody to have voted. All right, the next item up for discussion has to do with whether or not we'd like to do a Facebook Live listening session. Since we are in the quarantine during this pandemic, another way to be able to reach the community. Is anyone up for doing a Facebook Live listening session? And what are your thoughts? If you, let's see, Cliff, your thoughts?
I think it's a good idea. That way everybody will see that we are continuing to do, the business of the CRB. And they know that things are still functioning, even though we're dealing with the pandemic the way we are, that we're still, um, managing to get citizen review board business done.
Okay.
Annette, you're muted.
Okay, your thoughts on a Facebook Live listening session, Peter?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Did we have something scheduled for like June 11th or something? Is that what I said? There was had planned to be a meeting, listening session?
We had something scheduled for a listening session at the Southwest Community Center. But that was in the month of April. And so we had to cancel it due to the pandemic. We didn't have anything particularly scheduled on a particular date yet because I wanted to make sure that the board was okay with doing something like that.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay. All right, I think this is Ruth. Ruth, what are your thoughts
Yes.
with regard to a Facebook listening session?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, I believe this is Miss May. May, what are your thoughts with regard to a Facebook listening session?
I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right, Lori?
I'm good with it.
Okay. All All right, 1 second. Is this Hatisha, number 4? Or is that Cynthia? Caller 4. Okay. All right. All right, so what I will do is I will look at some dates and times, and we'll probably do another doodle poll to see what day works best for everyone, and then we'll schedule it for sometime at the end of this month or the first part of June. With regard to that, I will tell everybody that we got a message that says that I think in light of the current events around the world and concerns that the pandemic is limiting people's ability to speak out, it's a really good idea. I think we should try to do that. I will let everybody know that tonight at 10 o'clock, I'll be on with Unapologetically Josh in Indie Radio tonight, doing a presentation with regard to the CRB. You can feel free to listen. It's going to be on a Facebook Live as well, but it's just to let people know that the office is still open and to answer general questions about the CRB, but that will be tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You'll be able to see that. We'll go to committee reports, Peter.
Education.
Peter?
Hello, am I on?
Yes.
Okay, community outreach and public education. We're not doing any. I don't think, do we have anything to report?
No, just that's why we wanted to do talk about the Facebook Live session so that we can have that put together. And I guess the community outreach will be tonight's event that I'll be on doing, talking about the CRB, just to let people know they can still call the office related to their concerns as we remain open and taking telephone calls through the main number of the CRB. And we're also, when we're taking those telephone calls, we are also sending people documentation for complaints so that they can complete that as well. So we're still doing the office business, although our office is technically closed. Physically, I should say.
Okay, board development and training. The one event we had was canceled based on the COVID-19. Government relations. I think we have another upcoming meeting scheduled, Renette, is that right?
Yes, in terms of government relations, we did have a meeting this past week, earlier on May the 1st, in which we talked about the confidentiality that confidentiality agreement that everybody has seen. And that Kristen is going to make the changes that we all mentioned in our discussion. And also we talked about the backlog of cases and their agreement to get the backlog done before the end of 2020. We also talked about how the 30 days for their completion rate or their completion time frame should be able to be adhered to on all the new cases that are coming in. They are splitting up the current cases and the old cases between the two members that are in the department, 2 sergeants. They're splitting up those cases between the 2 of them to complete them. We also talked about the other deadlines for which they have to get us the cases within 1 business day, within 24 hours, and us the same. We talked about that deadline and just reestablishing what everybody understood with regard to that. And so the confidentiality agreement should be back to us in our June 1st meeting. We have a June 1st meeting at 1:30. The calendar invites have been sent out to the people that are on that committee. So you should have seen an invite and accepted that for the upcoming June 1st meeting as a revamp of those discussions.
Okay. Any other business on police relations?
Well, we do have a police liaison committee meeting between ourselves and the police department. It's going to be on May 21st at 2:00, and it will be in this WebEx format. Those members of the board that are on that committee, the police relations committee, should have been able to receive a WebEx invitation for that. Again, that's May 21st at 2:00.
Okay. I don't believe we have any new business. There's no members of the public here, so I'd like to take a motion that we continue an executive session to consider our cases. Someone make that motion?
I'm going to unmute so that we can hear. Just please state your name.
I make that we go into
All right, I think that was May that made the motion to go into executive session. Is that correct? All right. Peter?
Okay, so we have a motion. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passed. We're now going into executive session to consider our cases.
Okay, give me 1 minute to stop the recording, okay? So the CRB open meeting is going to close right now, going into executive session at 6:03 p.m.